Plus, I need to add 2 inches. So. Welcome in, guys. I'm working on my welding cart today. This is gonna be holding my 3 welders, my TIG, my MIG, and my plasma combo. So it's gonna be like a towering cart where I'm able to pull out the welders, adjust my settings, and then it'll be mobile. So I'm trying to get the sizing right before I start making the shelves and burn everything in. This is 2. If I did 2, I would just barely be able to do it. Just a minimum of 2 inches. So to the bottom right. That's what I had. That's the rail. It'll be on the bottom. That's fine. Or at least 1.5. So let's say 2.5 or 3. So I have right here 14.5 from the top. And then from here, I have 14.5. That is a 10-inch drawer. Okay. That's what I do. 2 14-inch drawers, 14.5. Giving me about, if I do 15, to be safe, then I can do 30. That would leave a 9.5. The hell could I put here? Okay. That's a 15. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm adjusting the height of the shelves that's laying on its side right now, because I do want the shelves holding the welders to be able to pull out. That way, like I want to be able to get the hoses, the clamps, maybe any tools, adjust the settings, and I don't have to be fiddling inside of a shelf. So since they're gonna be pullouts, I want to make sure everything clears, including the handles. That's only one of my welders. I have my MIG, my Lincoln down here. I have that gas welder, and then I have a plasma torch. So I want everything accessible and easy to grab and set up. So I'm gonna adjust some of the heights. Okay, so it is this is 1 inch. So on here it's actually gonna be 31. So I have 15 inches. If you guys are interested, I am going to be dropping the entire build on how I designed, how I set it up, finish it, polish it up, everything. But right now I am on the building stage. I'm going to make 2 more adjustments. And then, so I'll cut these off right now. They're just spot welded. Move them down 2 inches. Burn everything in. And then I'll be ready to clean it all up. Maybe throw a little bit of paint and start building the shelves. How you guys doing, man? Shit. All right, so here what I'm gonna do is I had already set them up yesterday, but today I got the actual plywood that I'm gonna use for the shelves. So there, I'm gonna use 3/4 plywood instead of 1/2 inch. I gotta get a little bit extra clearance. I brought out the welder so I can get it all measured up with the clearance of the handle and stuff. So I'm gonna move these down to here. This is my scribe line. So I'm gonna just cut the spot welds, move them down. That'll be the permanent spot. I'm gonna end up with like a 8-inch storage bin right here, which should be enough because I'm only gonna be storing the grinders. Everything else that doesn't have to go on the welder. Obviously, I got my flip top over here for my grinder and my bench top. So anything like that bigger won't be underneath this cart because it'll have a space. But for now, we are just making the welding cart. So I'm gonna cut those off real quick. All right, so now everything is literally ready to go. I will go ahead and start burning everything in. My Lincoln is acting up now, so hopefully I can get a good amount of welds in before it overheats or starts stripping out. So I appreciate you guys being on here. If you guys have any questions, let me know. We will be working on the suicide door setup over here soon enough, and we're working on these conversion kits. These are handles for the exoskeleton on the molds. This is a 1999 to 2007 Serato face swap kit. So if you guys want the brand new look on your truck, 2025, 26, including the rear fenders, the lights, the bumpers, we are producing those. We're about a month away from bringing out the actual first piece. Those were just the kits right now. But I'll go ahead and get started on welds. giving everything a quick clean so my welds can stay a little bit cleaner. We noticed that everything was smoking a little bit more than usual yesterday when we were tacking things up. All right, guys, thanks for staying in. I'm gonna start burning everything. Just cleaned it up. I think the coolant or the oil that I'm using for my bandsaw has been causing a lot of gunk to be burning up every time I weld. So I will have to be changing that out because it keeps making me have to constantly clean everything. But I'm gonna try to burn everything in. Hopefully, it doesn't give me any troubles. sides on the other side, this side, and then I'll flip it over. Been doing pretty good so far. I got a pretty good burn-in for my little welder. What's up, guys? What are you guys doing? Appreciate you guys being in here. While my welder cools down, I guess I'll go ahead and hit the welds, grind them down a little bit, and then see which ones I'm missing. I'm probably like 70-80% done. Probably have just a few small ones, but I'll go ahead and get started while grinding them down. I'll go ahead and bring it over here. up already. For you to come in here.
That boss 24 2040 says, "Hey, what a dooski, my boyski."
Just doing, man.
He's like, "Are you still there, my boy?"
Still here, bro.
No, not you.
Left for a while.
All right, what's up, guys? You guys got any question? Right now, he's welding. We got like 9 people right now on YouTube. You guys got any question? Let us know. We are doing a conversion kit where you guys are going to be able to do a face swap. It should be released by February. It's going to fit onto all the way 1999 all the way down to 2007, right, baby?
Yep. That is correct.
If you guys haven't checked it out, check out our YouTube, check out our Instagram, and also check out our TikTok if you guys like them short forms. He said he's still here chilling. How y'all doing today? Okay, we appreciate you sticking by. He does get into his work, and I was just inside, so I just came out here to help him out on, communicating. What you doing today, man? How you feeling?
Me?
Yeah, how you feeling?
Pretty good. I actually slept instead of staying up. But turn off the fan.
Go ahead.
I don't know what that noise is.
It's my phone.
Today, got work done a little bit early. Got in there, knocked it out. Came in here, trying to finish off this table. That way we can continue with the body kit that we're creating. So this is gonna be my 3-tier welding part. We're gonna have one welder on the top, one here, and then my plasma cutter on the bottom. I will be creating a slide out tray for each one of them. That way I can access and tune all of them. On the back side, I'm gonna have 2 tanks. That way I can have my pure argon and my argon mix for my TIGs or my MIGs, and then maybe a small storage on one of the sides. This table over here, just like I did my custom welding table, this smaller one right here will be attached to this. That's why I'm overbuilding it and making it really heavy. This thing, it probably is at least 80 pounds of just that, because it's like 1/4-inch steel, so it's very heavy and stuff. But I did that on purpose because that table over there is heavy itself. So if I flip it open on either side, I don't want it to tip over, because it is going to be holding my tanks and my welders, so I don't want my equipment to get damaged. So overbuilding it, making it nice and sturdy. This will be the front, that will be the back. These are the casters. Trying to make it easy, accessible, mobile definitely. And this is just one more of my little builds that I do. I have this that I made. That's my woodworking station over there. It's a table saw. It flips down. It just has 3 or like brackets that fold up and lock up. So it doesn't have any legs on the bottom. This entire thing is adjustable in height, even though I haven't wired that up, or else I would have been pretty handy right now. But I'm just trying to finish up all these small equipment projects so that I can get back on the truck and then have them at 100% accessible, finished, and ready to go. For example, this, if I'm obviously welding some of the taller stuff, this is the lowest setting. But if I want to weld some of the over, I can just lift the table up and then just get those welds, So trying to get this. I need this so I can set up my welders, and then I can finish this with the last things I need to do and get my last equipment out of here.
So like, you need this, 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 and this, huh?
Yeah.
Got it. All right, y'all got that? I just like.
The body kits, they are, as mentioned, for 1999 Silverados to 2007, including the 2007 and a half classic cat eye. But if you guys have those trucks, those Silverados, I will be able to provide you guys a kit for you to transform your truck into a brand new truck, sporting everything from a 2025, 2026 Silverado, bumpers, grills, headlights, everything. I'll provide the hood, the fenders, and the rear fenders.
Yeah, if you guys haven't checked out our page, make sure you guys check it out. If you guys like them short forms, we have the TikTok, so you guys can get a quick peek at it. And then subscribe if you guys like it, if you guys fucking with it. If not, it's cool.
Yep.
Right?
That's it.
That's it. So how y'all doing? What y'all doing right now?
What are you guys up to? I got maybe another 30 minutes worth of welding. Yeah. I got something that I didn't get to because it overheated.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
And then I'll be done with the cart.
Okay.
At least with that part. I still gotta do the drawers.
Okay. So he's asking, do you any one of custom jobs for any other molds? I think he's trying to ask if are you gonna come out with any other molds? Is that what you're trying to say, bro?
Yeah. What are you asking in particularly? I know someone asked us yesterday for making this style hood on the.
I think he said, do you do any off road? I think he's off road custom look.
You do any one-off custom jobs for any other models? No, it's just custom.
Oh, custom.
Well, we are planning on doing a few different.
But like for other cars?
Yeah, so that's the question for him to answer. What is specifically? Right now, we don't have any cars coming up just yet. Right now, we do have this truck, another truck, 2 truck platforms, and then an SUV. So we are going to be building a few body kits, but after all those 3, I'll have the first car, which will probably be 99 Supra. So not 99, 89. So that'll probably be the first car. Other than
but what are you trying to do to that Supra?
Just try to do. They didn't get a lot of support because they're the old school Supras.
But do you think people support Supras like that?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like since I haven't been in the industry anymore, like I've been away from it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still have that support. They did before, but before no one was able to provide many kits.
For any other models? Well, what do you drive? What kind of models would you want to see, bro?
What are you asking for? What kind of models are you asking for? Chevys, Dodge, like BMWs. What are you looking for, bro?
Let me be.
I gotta get you a little extension.
You gotta give me one of these, man. Cause this is a struggle.
Yeah, that thing's kind of whack. Anyways, guys, I was just letting this thing cool down. It should be cool by now, but cleaned up just so my girl can come in here, so it doesn't give her an allergy reaction with all the metal. It actually gets you pretty fucked up. Well, even just welding. The first time I welded, I think what they call it welder's fever or something. I had to go drink milk or something. That thing was like giving me a headache and like fever or some shit. But that'll be fucking you up. So I cleaned up, do a couple minutes of questions, and then I'll get back on grinding and welding.
Yeah, let it just get going.
If you guys have any questions, let us know. What's going on, guys? For the, let me see, what was his name?
That boss.
Yeah, the Boss 2040. We're not doing anything. This is our first body kit right now, so the first one that we will have available is gonna be just this one. From there, it will just be, I think, like I said, someone asked us yesterday for the brand new model Silverados of 2025. They like the hood style that I created on here with the big center, air scoop. And I told them if you get enough people to collaborate on a group buy and they actually drop a deposit and they're serious, then we can definitely get a truck, make you guys a kit. But I do need the support for it. So definitely look into it, but I need that support for it before I get started on something like that. Nothing over there. The only bands, the only bands. Bands.
That's your homie. Thank you for your likes, bro.
Thanks, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna DM you on that crypto because he is interested, huh, baby, on that crypto.
Yeah.
But you know how people they be talking shit, bro. Talking about they gonna show you the ways and then comes out to be a little scam. But he is gonna DM you, so we do appreciate the likes.
Yeah, appreciate it, man. Thank you. We do guys have
He
TikTok
said
running right now and YouTube. So if you guys have any questions, just go ahead, drop them. Got a couple minutes that I'll be answering questions for you.
The
guys.
boss said, I got you, brother. He's like, I appreciate the response.
Yeah,
Yeah, bro,
definitely.
we're here to communicate. You know what I'm saying? We're not about to ignore people, and we hope that you guys are willing to ask them some questions. You know what, baby?
Yep. We're here to try to build a community, try to help you guys. We got a lot of bills we want to produce, but it's all based on the support that you guys are able to provide. If you guys have friends, homies that do have the same kind of bills like you guys want to get, like I said, like the super is at the very end of my schedule because that was a plan for me years ago, but I don't know if there's any support for it. I do see the support for the Chevys, so that's what we started with. It just depends where we go, where we can get more support.
So you guys got any questions? Let us know. Because we're going to be on here just for a little bit longer. If you guys haven't subscribed, help us monetize in order for you guys to keep seeing the build. And then whenever we launch these kits too, right? Because we're going to come out with 3 other kits after this one.
Yeah.
3 other models.
Yep.
And then from there, we got another project coming up, right?
Yeah, and then also if you guys, anybody on the chats on the live, if you guys have any kind of automotive business, let us know. We want to expand, but we want to collaborate with people. We want to give others exposures as well. So if you do interiors, audio, engine work, just anything that you guys have, painting, we're open to see.
Because this truck right here is guttered out, right?
Yeah. It's
So we need people to give us a couple ideas, or we're gonna collaborate with someone of what is it gonna look like in the inside, because it's already gonna look different on the outside. So we need to give it a little look inside, huh?
Yeah.
What you plan on doing to it?
The inside is gonna have dual coach seats. We're gonna have the same power seats that we have on the front. We're gonna have them the same on the back. That way, it's more of a luxury setup and comfortable for everybody. So we are looking to have a custom audio subwoofer going from the very front of the firewall all the way to the back panel, I guess. So we are looking for just anyone that's interested in working with us, and then they can take over that portion and just have them go all out on that part. You guys have any questions? Let us know, guys.
What kind of tools you using, man, for this shit?
Right now, just my regular
For the people that don't really use them tools.
grinder,
Just like,
grinders, marking stuff, and then my welder.
that's it. Little grinder from where? Walmart. Just like.
Home Depot. These are all just D-Wall seem to. I use D-Wall because they're able to hold up to my abuse. Maybe Milwaukee would be okay, but I haven't tried Milwaukee. But definitely.
Or D-Wall, you even got the headphones. Show the headphones, bro. D-Wall this, D-Wall. Just like, that boss, he said he subscribed, and I'll keep up with y'all work for sure. Where y'all located at?
We're in Vegas.
First
bro.
of all, we appreciate the
Yeah,
subscription,
we
homie.
appreciate that. Do follow the channel. If you have any questions about anything, I'll try to answer as best as I can. Related to the truck, or if you have your own projects, I'll answer as best I can.
Yeah, last time we had a little homie, huh? I
Yeah.
think his HB Garage.
HAB Garage.
Yeah. And he's trying to build
Some sort of custom kit for the Fox Body Mustangs. So I know that there's a little bit of support for them, the Fox Body. So I don't know exactly what he wants to provide, but I'm trying to give him help with that. Once he gets started with his actual project, I'll be getting in contact with him in order to try to at least advise him how we started or what route we took in order for him to also be able to do.
Yeah, because he was asking us and we made a whole video for him. So you guys have any questions like that too, we can always make a little video on what products we're using, where did we get it, who are we contacting in order to like mass produce these, or how we been writing down the letters. And we are located in Las Vegas, but we're originally from California.
That's right.
I don't know if you can hear it in our accents. I just like, you're like, not yours. Just like, where you located, man? The balls. Where you located, bro? Over here on TikTok, what's going on, guys?
What's going on, guys?
Rise up. What's going on, my boy? But you gonna hit the fiberglass later or what?
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to just finish burning it in. The last couple spots that I still need to get to.
Yep.
As soon as you take off, I'll finish burning
Ve,
it in.
ciérrala ahí para que no se vea la luz. Se te encandila. Yeah, better.
So I'll just finish welding it in, and then as soon as I finish welding it in, just clean it up a little bit, and then I'll start getting on the bed sides. What we need to do is sand down some of the aggressive fiberglass that we added to it, and then just adding more fiberglass. You want to show them?
Yeah.
You can show them over here. So what we did last time, we were multitasking. I was working on the car the other day. Wife was working over here. So I literally just dropped what I was doing, came in and helped her, and then we just left it as it is. We had to fill this part, and then we added a lot of reinforced chopped fiberglass to make sure that the inside panels, this is the outside of the mold, and we already perfected everything to be an exact fit with the tail lights and the bumper. So everything's already perfect, but that's on the inside of the mold. So right here is the outside carcass. It looks all ugly. It's not meant to look pretty. If you guys are looking at this and are wondering if
they're gonna wonder like, what the fuck is that? What's the haters gonna start coming in like, hey man, that should look like just like.
It's just a bunch of different colors. It's all the same material, but we just had a whole bunch of little color sample things, so we were just testing them out to see how they react with the resin. But this is the outside. I'm just gonna sand down the really aggressive stuff. Like this will cut you just like anything else, like if it was welding. So sand it down, just the aggressive stuff, clean it up, and just add a few more layers where it gets thick and strong. We added these bars and then just glued them in with just like construction adhesive, just so I can have some handles, and it also gives it a bit of
You're still gonna wrap that around with more fiberglass?
a little bit on some spots, because I don't know how long the glue's gonna hold up. The fiberglass on the other side will hold up.
Oh,
Like
okay.
the other side already has fiberglass, this one doesn't. So
Because we don't want the handles to break off. That's the last thing we want.
yeah, but that's all. This is all just overbuild. Everything is already probably good to go. But since we are gonna plan on making a few copies out of this for the kits that we sell, plus some of our own projects that we want to support this kit on, we want to make sure that these are the most durable. Because the front, we will be providing 3 molds or 3 different options for you guys to order. But the back is gonna be the same. It's gonna be just the tail lights of the new generation. The front is gonna have a few different options. The 1500, the 2500, 3500.
Want to show off a little bit on the front?
Yeah, we'll go over
Hey.
there. What was that? Arkansas, unfortunately. How is it over there right now, bro? Is it like snowing, cold?
Whoa.
Careful.
I had to bring it down.
As I previously said, like I got tools everywhere right now. 'Cause, we were also finishing up on the cabinets behind me, so I can get the storage, get everything filed in, so everything can continue start working a little bit more production line. Before we would have to store it outside, bring it inside. It would be on the ground. We would use it on the ground. I made the table, but that's for welding or cutting. And then we would have to take all the tools back outside. But now I got my cabinets, so I got my departments for standing, specialty tools. Obviously got the toolbox. But same thing over here. We're gonna have to sand these down, make sure that there's no like sharp edges because we can't adhere to that. Sand it down, clean it up, add more. This top side is very strong already because it's obviously flat. things that wouldn't run off the epoxy. But everything that's on a vertical phase, everything's harder to get the epoxy to stay. So I'm pretty sure that even if I have 3 coats of cloth on there, the epoxy is gonna be a lot thinner. So I literally just overbuilt this so it can start to pile up and strengthen the edge. Because we took a long time to make sure everything was perfectly even all the way around, with the grill, with the headlights and the bumper. So we want to make sure that does not get affected when we start removing this and start making the molds. Same thing, I did the structure out here on top. Just put the handles, it was just a few parts that we had laying around, spot welded them on, put it on here, infuse it with the fiberglass. That'll keep it one straight so it doesn't bow while we have to store it while we're making kits. In a way, it'll be like a platform. If I flip this on the ground, it will stand on these. So it has multiple little purposes, but it's just storage, ease, keeping it from warping. But we'll sand it all down today and we'll start layering. If by any reason we don't get to start layering up today, I'll have everything ready and tomorrow I'll have a live.
How many more times do you think you're gonna layer it more, bro? How many times you even layered it? Right? How many times have you layered it? Period. And then how many more times are you gonna layer it, bro?
Well, right now I'm probably.
Is the layers kind of like the same as sanding, where you just gotta keep fucking doing it?
So I already have 3 to 4 layers. For the most part on everything. That's more than enough. When I make the kits, they will have, depending if they're carbon or if they're fiberglass. Fiberglass will probably be like 5 layers. Carbon is gonna be 3 layers. But because carbon is a lot stronger. But it's already strong if it was gonna be a kit. But since it's gonna be the mold, I'm doing like 7 layers total. That way the mold itself is super strong. Yeah. She was asking about like how many times that we have we applied the fiberglass to the actual body design that we've been building. That one has been many times because we changed things. We changed the scoop. We changed the little, I don't know what you would call these, the side bumps over here. We changed some of the body lines. So we had to cut out whole chunks of fiberglass, spray some foam, apply some some drywall mud, because that's what we used to sculpt it as our base. Let it dry, shaped it up, and then added fiberglass for stiffness. So we did that multiple times. We had to change many things in order to get to this phase where everything matched up with the old school. Like this right here, this is old school. This is not the new trucks, but we kept this from the old truck. We kept the body lines all the way to the back. Obviously, we had to fit the the headlights. But a lot of these lines on the new truck, it has some weird waves and shit that goes onto the door down here. But obviously, we can't have that. So we had to cut it all out. And then from the very front, bring it out and change the design of it to have it warp into here. There's a little dip right here. So we just made everything flow.
And for the people that don't know, this is a front tilt. This is a standard. What is this?
So right now it's just a 1-piece mold completely. I'm gonna be rocking mine as a front tilt. So I had already cut it here previously.
Yeah.
And everything would flip to the front. But in order for me to get a perfect fit on everything, I didn't want to be making it like that's the only option that I could sell, because then someone.
Because a lot of people are gonna. A lot of people are not gonna want that style, bro. I could see that, Yeah,
that's too much work, like if they need to be in there constantly, like tilting the whole thing is a little bit more work. So 2-man kind of thing. But or they have to get excessive with the welding, a little front cage.
Especially if their truck tall as fuck too, right?
Yeah, like ours. Yeah. But everything, man. The newer generation trucks are a lot shorter, so even though we use one as reference to get all our measurements, we had a gap right here that it wouldn't just extend all of this. So we also had to cut the wheel arch and extend it just so it could fit the wheel, so it could fit the doors, this little pillar. Everything is really different on the new generations. So we had to widen, extend everything multiple times to get the perfect fit. We have a return on the backside. It's like we try to make it as OEM kind of finish as we could. That way you guys can do whatever kind of build you guys want on it. If you guys want a very smooth, concealed kind of finish, you guys can do that. If you guys are gonna go like pre-runner, then you guys wouldn't care about that. But I'm giving you guys the option. You guys can cut anything out of it instead of wanting something there that's not there.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'm like, lo de atrás, I was like, se ve medio pesadillo, ¿no?
¿Cómo pesado?
Like aquí, ¿no? See this aquí?
No.
Like the end of it,
Mm-hmm.
se mira pesado, ¿no? Como que should have maybe, o así son.
I don't know what we're talking about. Talking about the top?
Yeah, like a little
What
bit
is
more,
that?
yeah,
Right here?
yeah. All that, like,
No, but it's right there, but I can't sand that down. But it has excessive fiberglass right there, so it'll be strong. That'll be part of it. That's the return I'm saying.
pero así son, así de altos.
Well, it's that tall because this is raised,
Oh.
so that's why. So on any hood that if you got in this case it would be
I've never paid
a
attention, right? I'm
scope
like,
or
the fuck?
they're called cow hoods.
Yeah.
They would have that, or you can cut it out. So it just depends on your preference.
Yeah. Pero no se mira raro así.
No, that's what's gonna make it look OEM. You know,
Oh.
keep it like you can't just have an opening straight to your engine. You know.
Yeah, if you guys got any questions, let us know. We also speak Spanish in case you guys are a Spanish viewer. But if you're probably not a Spanish viewer like that, because, well, you watching English. I just like, I just like, what the fuck? What is he saying? Looks
so
cool.
the hood on my truck will be front tilt. So when I make these, I'll make the entire one piece. I'll cut it here so it can flip to the top. This is a stationary piece. But if you guys want the traditional opening towards the hood, towards the windshield, they will be cut here, or they will be able to be cut here, so you guys can have like an OEM finish on the hood. And this will be the fender, the other fender, and then the hood will open to the back, like the normal cars do.
Yeah. I'm like this. I'm because I'm standing here. I'm like, I mean, así son, okay?
Así son.
Yeah. I've never paid attention. You?
Like you won't ever like be sitting inside the car and then be able to see on an OEM car, see all the way inside to the engine. So the way first time I did it,
because ya ves que la troca se va and it's like smooth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, this one's like.
Yeah, because it's more aggressive lift. They're also be just to this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but then if we made this low so that we can make that, then it'd be funky right here.
Yeah, true.
So it's just a upgraded hood, so that's part of it.
Okay.
I actually didn't have this on the first prototype when I used to drive with it.
Oh yeah.
And then you don't remember you used to be able to see into the engine, the wires and everything, and then.
It's because it's been a while, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So can't really recall like that. Ya mero me voy a ir.
Ya mero dos?
Yeah.
Probably go for a coffee and then I come back down. Guys, you got a couple more minutes or you done?
Yeah, I'm about to do like 3 more minutes, guys. I'm about to do like 3 more minutes. You guys got any questions? To the boss 2040. Thank you for subscribing, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
And if you still there, if you're not, keep up with us. We appreciate it.
Guys, I also will be dropping a video soon, I guess. I have a video ready to drop, but I just have to do the final editing on the audio transitions and stuff. Yep. So if it's not this week, next week, hopefully I'll have that video dropped so you guys can go watch our new drop and then let us know what you guys think. I think that one is on one of the final stages when we were doing sanding and then the gel coat on the front. That would have been.
Y'all gotta be patient with us.
Last year, about maybe September or August. So the videos are a little bit behind schedule. They're not behind schedule, but they're a little bit behind in time frame. If you guys are on TikTok or on YouTube Live, you guys are seeing everything present where it is. We're a lot closer, and we're hoping to drop everything by February.
And the reason is that we're like all over the place is because we do work construction. We have our construction company that we manage on the mornings all the way down to the afternoon, sometimes even the nights. And then we also are doing the project on the truck, which is the conversion kit.
The suicide door.
We've done that suicide door on one side. We're gonna drop a video on the other side since we didn't find a lot of information on that. And then he did this custom welding table, which is half woodwork, half welding table as well. That took about a while because he had to do the holes one by one kind of shit. So it took like 3.
1,200 holes, not including the side skirts. So this right here probably has, I'll say 400. This will be on the low. So we probably do have at least 15, 16, 1700 holes on this table, all hand drilled. We had to reconfigure it a couple times. So I think the table build alone took like about 3 months from the day that we started.
And we could have bought one, but like to be honest with you, that shit's expensive as fuck.
It's expensive, and we wouldn't have been able to add this table, or else they're permanent. Like they're not meant to push around.
Yeah, so this is custom because it has little wheels on the bottom.
And it's adjustable.
It's adjustable. Got a little bit hydraulics on it, right?
Yeah.
And then you could always store it. So if you lift up that woodwork right there, you guys could just lift it and then drop it. So you guys could store it pretty good. It got cabinets on the side. In order you guys want to store any little, whatever your little tool is, right?
Yeah, like for example, that's why I'm trying to finish up the welders. Because I don't think I'll have too many tools on the welder itself. Because that'll be welder, and then welder on the top. It's going to be a lot lower. But
so that's a mini cart. If people are asking, it's a mini cart. It's
just for the welder.
Just to like walk, like if he wants to go this way, he can always pull it with him. And then just weld it from there. This is like more bigger pieces. The big welding table is bigger pieces.
The table, obviously, I need to bring my welding project to the table. But if I'm welding stuff on the truck or a roll cage or parts, brackets, anything like that, obviously my welding cart has to go where I go. That's why I will be putting a little table on the side. And then I just need a handful of tools on the cart. Everything else will be stored. Welding on this side and woodworking on the other side. I was just gonna bring this down so they get a little idea of how it's gonna look. Like I said, I'll be back in here probably in about 30 minutes. If you guys are on live on YouTube, TikTok won't be available
until later.
Yeah. But YouTube, if you guys are watching on YouTube, wanna finish watching how this goes, I'll be back in about 30 minutes.
Got it or what?
Yeah. So imagine that this is gonna be about the height of it. So just add about 4 inches off the ground for the casters. But I'll have my plasma torch, which will be the least used, my TIG, and then my MIG. That way I can do all the adjustments at a comfortable height. Obviously not having them on the ground, but that's not much fun. Like I said, it's only gonna raise about 4 more inches. This is about what it's gonna raise. But then I'll have my my welders. One, I'll be able to change all the spools a lot more easier, comfortable instead of being on the ground, like I said, and do all my adjustments. So instead of being on the ground, that's the main.
So that's why he's been doing that little custom little welding. I don't know, cart, whatever, you know. And then he also done 2 flip tops, huh, baby?
Yeah.
He did a big flip top for woodwork.
Yeah.
And what is it? You want to show them real quick or not?
The welders
before we
are
get off?
Be on a little slide door, allowing them to draw a slide out as well. I'll just show that.
So that's why it's been a little hectic. So be patient with us. We also edit our videos, make sure we're giving you guys quality, you know, not just quantity. And then on our YouTube forms as well, you know, we're trying to push out long forms. So if y'all could help us monetize and subscribe, share, like, we would appreciate it.
So this is finished just a couple days ago. It's not finished because I need to get a permanent pin on it. Probably just get something off of Home Depot, like some gate hardware that I can just slip in, lock it in.
And it's also on little wheels too.
Yeah.
So this is the little form of woodwork, no?
Yeah, that's for grinding.
Those is grinding right here? Yeah, there's a little grinder up here, and then down there, what you got?
Down there is just gonna be a little storage just to keep it heavy.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Be patient with us, guys. He's getting what he needs.
Like I said, that's why it's not completed right now, because
it's still in the making.
Yeah, I have a screw on here right now. Like I said, I got this one done a little bit faster than the other one, so I can help fabricate some of my parts needed. But
he got to get what are you gonna get right there in order for it?
A little pin, just
little
like
pin?
something. Oh, I have some.
No, don't do it now. Don't do it now.
No, it won't stay. I made it stay.
No, it's gonna make it okay. Don't do it now, baby.
Just something like this, and then I'll probably put a little chain on it, and I'll be able to. I probably need a longer one, Just slide it in there, lock it in place, butt up. I'll go this way. I have my bench tops on this side. So whatever I need to file, grind, sharpen, I'll be able to just get it on this one. So that's this cart, and then I'll show
So
you
that's one car that he's been working on. He's also been upgrading the shop, which is these cabinets up here for extra storage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did up here. You know,
stuff.
that way it's out of the way. This is the woodwork station over here. Some
I
wood
got
on.
the two bender finished up. That one's ready to go. Finished that a couple days ago. Bandsaw is gonna get a portable wheels on it as well, because it's only on some Harbor Freight little mobile carts, the little wooden carts. And then this is a miter saw station. And then I got my planer. I can't move it right now. I need to put another caster. But this slides
And it's
out.
also on wheels. Yep.
Also on wheels. The height is also adjustable. It just flips over, locks back in place. I'm able to use a miter saw or the planer. So for woodworking in metal, paint, woodworking, sanders, you got everything prepared for production right now.
All right.
All right, guys.
All right, guys. If you guys subscribe, like, we appreciate you guys. We'll see you guys later on in a little bit. If you guys are still on, if not, make sure you guys are subscribing. So when we drop the kids, peace.
Peace, guys.